What is up, bros, and welcome back. In this video, I am accompanied by two legends of Siege. The first being the founder of this diffuse method in Dansum Loja, and the second being one of the nuttiest diamonds out there in DP Fire. I want to give a special thanks to both of them for taking the time to make this video with me, and I am going to leave links down below to their channels, so huge thanks to both of you guys. Now, getting right into it, you may recognize a clip that's similar to this one back when we were doing videos on the TTS that had to do with the new diffuser, the new camera, the new quick lanes, when I was doing all of those comparison videos. But something that Dan actually figured out is that it says that the range stays the same while diffusing. We figured it's being diffused wirelessly, right? So we're not necessarily smacking the suitcase in order to disarm it. But since the note said that the range is staying the same, we're thinking, okay, maybe we can do this regularly. This is absolutely insane. So what we did was we went back and we were looking specifically for high traffic areas and very commonly placed diffuser spots where we would be able to climb up on top of objects and get insane ninja diffuses. So this is an aspect that even if you don't agree with doing this method, you definitely got to keep this in mind as being the attacker. Make sure that you're not placing it in front of one of these places where you could actually get ninja diffused from below and not even realize it. And there are a ton of really common places to plant the diffuser that I'm going over here. So this is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. Like, we only went back and we're looking for very common placed bomb spots. So we went back and we were looking for only very common areas where people plant the diffuser. For example, these three on Coastline are very good examples, three very common areas to plant the diffuser. So like I said earlier, we didn't even necessarily look at the less common bomb sites. We were only looking at the most common ones, and you will see 9 really nice spots that we figured out that you can do starting right now. Or if you don't want to, that's totally fine. At least take a look at them and be aware of them next time you guys go and plant the diffuser. Don't want anybody to get ninja diffused on. But actually, if that happens, if you get a clip of doing this, man, send it over to me. I will definitely feature you on Instagram and give you a fat shout out over there. That would be absolutely epic. But anyways, you guys can see from the clips, it's pretty self-explanatory. And one trick that you can do is actually use a Valkyrie camera similar to how we were using those bulletproof cameras. And when you see where they plant the bomb, the Valkyrie camera will actually spot it. So then that way you will know exactly where to shoot out in the floor in order to get that spot for the diffuse that you need. So it's really crazy because you can literally look at the bomb, and then in order to defuse it, you're gonna start smacking the invisible ground down by your feet. So while this may not be highest percentage trick that I've ever shared with you guys, this is definitely one of the nuttiest ones that we've ever figured out, and I really can't wait to get onto certain maps, especially Coastline. And then you'll also see on Chalet, there's another 3 spots that we'll be doing in Trophy Room. So if you guys don't want to watch the kind of in-between clips and showing exactly the positioning, I will be leaving timestamps down below. Definitely check out. Hopefully I got one of your favorite maps on here. We're going to be doing, let's see, I believe there's 5 of the 11 ranked maps on here, and I will leave those down below. And I gotta point out another little trick to doing some of these. Sometimes it actually helps. Once you shoot out the floor, you'll see that you'll instantly get the option to diffuse, sometimes even with 1 bullet hole, but it'll kind of go away. When that happens, go ahead and crouch and then kind of look around. Sometimes it actually will help you get the option to start diffusing again if you're a little bit further away. Sometimes I found that when I was standing and basically eating the bottom of the suitcase, I wasn't getting the option, but then Dan figured out that when you crouch, the option to defuse will actually show up again. So if you guys learn any other kind of little nifty tricks like that to get the option easier, definitely let me know down below. And if you get any clips, definitely DM it to me over on Instagram to get featured. This is going to be absolutely insane, you guys. I mean, for that matter, if you guys have any nutty or funny clips anyways, you guys can always get featured. Just DM it to me on Instagram. But anyways, I also wanted to cover real quickly, I've been getting a ton of messages because most of you guys do know that I do live in Hawaii, and especially there's been some insane earthquake and lava activity going on the past few days. Multiple towns have actually been evacuated, not just because the lava is getting insanely close, but the toxic gases that are actually coming up out of the cracking ground are actually causing a ton of air pollution, and it's really bad to breathe in, such as the sulfur dioxide gas that is coming from the Kilauea volcano. But I want to thank you guys all so much because I've been getting a ton of messages over on Instagram and Twitter, down below in the comment section, asking me if I'm okay and just wishing me well. I want to thank you guys all very much. So all of that stuff is actually happening about a 90-minute drive away from me. If you guys kind of look at the epicenter of the map of where it is, I'm pretty much directly north of where all of this main stuff is happening. So as long as it doesn't spread too much, we should be okay. The type of area that I live is a little bit higher ground, and it would be pretty difficult for anything to get over here. Of course, if it went absolutely ham, I guess it is possible for fumes and stuff to get over to where I live. Really hope that doesn't affect anything that's going on. But I know I was going pretty hard earlier in the week and then it kind of slowed down. That's part of the reason. There were some insane earthquakes going on. I believe it was the second highest recorded earthquake. That one was registered at a 6.9, while the biggest one happened back in 1938, which was registered at a 7.1. So we almost set the record for the biggest earthquake to ever happen in this area. So again, thank you guys all so much for the best wishes. You guys are truly the best subscribers. I honestly have the best subs and the best YouTube family in the entire world. The Coconut Bra family is so awesome and I love you all. I really cannot express that enough. But yeah, earlier how I was talking about how sometimes you'll just put one bullet hole through the floor, get the option, and then it'll kind of disappear. This one right here on border is the perfect example of it. You guys saw how I just put one bullet up, got the option, and then it disappeared. When that happens, sometimes when you crouch and then start to look around, it will actually help you to get the option and start diffusing even easier. It seems weird that you can kind of think of it like sometimes you're too close to the bottom of it. And honestly, I don't really know what the range, or like, I don't even know what you would call it, the hitbox for the suitcase is. That happens sometimes, so definitely keep that in mind when you guys are going for it. Now jumping on over to Chalet, we got 3 really nice spots, and these are all going to be taking place within the same area. So as a defender, if you're roaming, or even if you're like Caveira, this is a great strategy. This first one may not be the most common place for attackers to plant the diffuser, but you guys will see that I just added this clip in because you have so many options. You can stand on so many different surfaces. So even though there's more than 3 places that you could do this, I'm just using these 3 for an example. So you guys will see, also keep in mind, like I said earlier, you can throw up a Valkyrie camera. When you see the diffuser on the Valkyrie camera, it will actually spot it for you, and then that way you guys will know exactly where to put a couple bullets and get the option to start your ninja diffuse. Alright, now for our second option on Chalet, this one is also going to be coming to us from the trophy room. Now this has literally happened to every single one of us at some point within Siege. And what that is there's either a Glaz, a Ying, whatever it may be, maybe even just flashes, maybe even nobody in sight because there's way too many roamers and nobody's paying attention. But what that is if somebody just jumps in as an attacker and instantly plants the bomb right on the other side of the window within trophy room. Now what can really add to the irritant of that is if the attacker goes and rappels up and is hanging on upside down, one of the best options is to either do a run out from the master bedroom, but something else that you can start doing is just going directly below it, and from here you're gonna have a huge countertop that you can easily maneuver around and get into the correct position that you will need in order to get the ninja diffuse off. So you guys are going to see right here, I am accompanied by my trusty Valkyrie camera, getting a total overview of the trophy room. From here, I get the spot, and I can literally be anywhere within the garage. Now from here, I just see where they planted it. I'm choosing my surface to stand on, and I'm hopping up. So like I said earlier, these 3 spots on Chalet are very, very powerful because it is so easy to maneuver around. This isn't a spot that you have to like be anticipating and get ready to jump up onto, because I can literally even rotate down if I know where the bomb is. There's so many places that I can defuse it from. So for our 3rd spot on Chalet, this is another pretty common one, and this one's gonna just be in the corner of trophy room. Generally, this one will happen more so once they have actually made a big clear of the area, and there's like 1 or 2 guys that have to push back onto site. Well, on your way back as a roamer, if you need to retake site, you might as well stop on by the garage downstairs, hop up on a couple surfaces, and see if you can get that ninja defuse off. So the location that we're going to be using in order to pull off this ninja defuse is going to be on top of the car. Now you guys can see that I'm just in a central area down below within the garage, but I spot where the diffuser is with my Valkyrie camera, and from there I will be choosing on where to rotate to. So you guys can see that sometimes if they get it really, really deep inside of the corner, it can be a little bit further away from the vehicle, but that's okay. Just use the slow walk button on PC, it's Alt, and then I'm moving a little bit closer to the edge. Now with this one, I'm literally meleeing the air on top of the car, but that's okay because I'm still getting that ninja defuse from below. So overall, this one is just such a nutty and secret spot to get a defuse on. Man, now I can definitely picture people rage quitting when you pull this off on them. Now moving on over to Oregon, we are going to be putting the diffuser over in the kids' dorms, and this one's a pretty common one. It's going to be right behind the dresser. Keep in mind that this dresser can be destroyed, but that's not really relevant to what we're doing right here. We're going to be putting the bomb down, and a lot of times what people like to do is try and take over the mural windows that are being placed between dorms main hall and the kids' dorms. But I mean, I'm getting like way too in depth. Anyways, this is a great place to put the diffuser. But what the attacker doesn't realize is that we are going to be ninja diffusing it from below on top of a kitchen counter, which was actually a Kavera hiding spot that we did a few weeks back. So I'm going to show you guys exactly where this spot is, and it's very self-explanatory. But anyways, you guys, let me know down below what you guys think of this strategy so far. I definitely think that there's enough spots out there to do another video, and I definitely want to see if you guys can think of any spots. Be sure to leave them down below and let me know where else you guys think that you could pull these ninja diffuses off from. But anyways, what we saw was 5 really great ranked maps and spots that you guys can start going for. I'm really excited to get back into custom games and ranked games and see which other ninja diffuse spots that we can find. I love you guys all. I'll see you guys all very soon in the next video. Hope you guys all have an awesome week. Peace.